Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Casual Sports Talk Podcast, NHL Week 2 edition. And now we got a gentleman right over here who's hoping that we don't have a reverse sweep for Toronto. Here's Douglas.
Oh, man. Yeah, I thought my money was in the bag.
Yeah, you thought never trust those people. Never trust Toronto.
Did you guys have a bet or something that saying the Senators were going to win the series or something?
No, I had the bet that I said the Senators were going to win. Douglas still had the bet Toronto was going to win the series. And
well, thankfully, I have 3 more chances.
Yeah, not looking good for your bets, Stu.
Hey, this is Toronto. They found a way to choke. I will lull so hard if they. This will be the biggest collapse. I think this might be even worse than them losing to Montreal in 2021.
I mean, let's see. The Maples, yeah, you're right. Because Maple Leafs, they were up 3-0, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, this would be the biggest collapse, I think, in modern sports history.
But if it's Toronto, I'm not. Am I surprised?
I mean, Toronto, yeah, because they have a they always seem to collapse or fold or whatever. But I think it's just more or less a team being up 3-0 and then losing 4-3.
And it's Toronto.
I don't think that's ever really. I mean, has it really ever happened?
I mean, we had that in baseball with the Yankees versus Boston.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes, 2004, baby. And then they won the World. And then the Red Sox won the World Series.
Yeah, was Manny Ramirez on that team? If you know.
Yeah, I believe that might be right. But
anyway. I love Manny Ramirez because he played for the Indians.
Yes, and now we got a gentleman right over here who's happy that his Cavaliers are bringing out the broomsticks for sweeping. Here's Chris.
The Cavs had the largest margin of victory over a 4-game sweep in NBA history. They're at plus 122. I think the next team down was at 96 or something like that. But man, yeah,
wow,
Cavs are looking amazing. But my buddies and I were talking that we're actually more scared about the Indiana Pacers than the Boston Celtics, just because it could have been a different series had Damian Lillard not got injured. When it was the Pacers versus the Bucks, because the Pacers just won like about 5 minutes ago, and they clinched their spot to go play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I think it would have been a different series had Damian Lillard not got injured. What was that, game 2, game 3? But I think the Pacers still would have came out on top. Yeah, we're really scared about the Pacers' physical game. So it's going to be an interesting series. Hopefully it starts Thursday or Friday of this week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And now, gentlemen, we're going to start talking about some hockey talk, which is interesting because we have no eulogies this week. But how do you feel about week 2 so far of NHL? I've been loving week 2 so far. It's been pretty good.
I mean, we might have eulogy, not per se we can do it right now, but I mean, the Carolina Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils, Hurricanes are up 3-1 in that series. It's gonna be it's 4-4 going in the third period. So we could by the end of the podcast, we might have our first team to be out of the playoffs. But man, I was scared for the Edmonton Oilers. They were down 2-0 against the LA Kings to begin the series, and the Edmonton Oilers, who play at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, Game 5, the Oilers have came back and tied the series as 2. So I'm very impressed with the Oilers.
It is very crazy to think that the Western Conference has all been 2-2, 2-2, 3-2. But granted, that was a 2-2 series and 2-2, and everything in the Eastern Conference has been 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
It's rigged.
It's rigged. Oh, that is a great goal.
It's rigged here, and here's why: because you get more viewers for East Coast games because more people are awake, whereas you have West Coast games starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, less viewers. So they want the viewership. it's complete sarcasm. That's not true.
Yes.
But I assume it's not true.
Or it is. But anyway, we'll start out with the first one where last time we talked about it, we remembered that the Leafies won 3-1, went and got 3-1 series. And as of right now, it is now in this recording. Like I said, we do not know if the Senators could win this one. They could probably win this one. But Ottawa came back and won in another overtime. 3 overtimes in a row. This is honestly probably my favorite series right now. The Battle of Ontario. Gentlemen, what's your thoughts about Game 4 and potentially Game 5.
Doug, you can take this if you want.
Oh man, I mean I don't know, Stu. I think it's an interesting series. I mean, if Ottawa wins tonight, I mean, the choking, it's kind of one of those things where I feel like Toronto might, if they lose this one, they might not do it, man. It might be a mental thing at that point. They might just seize up. Austin Matthews will forget how to shoot a puck. Who do they have? Do they have Nylander?
Yeah, and it's also at home. You lose to them.
Yeah, this is the game to do it, man. You let it go back to Ottawa. It's kind of like the Pistons-Knicks game right now, where I'm like, dude, if Detroit wins this one, they played them tight every single game they could. It's like I'm seeing 3 overtime games in a row here. I'm like, this could easily have been Ottawa's series, but 2 overtime losses, that's just heartbreaking. But, they're winning in the third period right now.
I mean,
but Toronto's on the power play, so here we go.
Oh, that's even going to be the fun part right now. Because like I said, once we send this out right here, we will not know. Like I said, when we upload this video, we will know who won this series right there. But I don't know. I feel like the Senators are going to win this game. Knock on wood. I just have a weird feeling that Toronto is going to choke because it's the Toronto way. This is like the 3 guarantees in life right now in the last 20 years is death, taxes, and the Maple Leafs choking in the first round. I know they did win 2 years ago, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the Maple Leafs won it all 2 years ago?
No, they won a series 2 years ago.
I thought you meant
oh man, Stu. I thought you were talking about the Cowboys for a second. That was crazy.
Really?
Really? But dude, oh man, Toronto, they just they had a chance there and then they threw it away. Bummer.
That is the Toronto way. Oh no!
Oh no way! Did you see that, Stu? Did you see that? Short-handed. Oh no way, dude. Ottawa with the short-handed goal. Wow.
Here we go.
Wow, dude. Talk about a choke artist right there. Holy guacamole, man. It's happening, Stu.
I'm Toronto right now. Oh,
it's happening in real time, man.
Oh, I got Austin Matthews. We do great in the great regular season.
Wow, dude.
That
sucked, bro. All the momentum. Wow.
I don't care. You get a goal on a power play?
Wow.
Short-handed.
Yeah, short-handed. With 30 seconds left. And Ottawa scores?
Well, hopefully the Maple Leafs get a power play goal here because they need it bad.
Just for that. They deserve to lose this game. I'm sorry, Toronto. You deserve to lose this game. Yeah, get that. You know what?
Dude, you have the blue haterade this week?
Yes, this is not water. This is blue haterade right now. I've been crapping on these Toronto Leafs because why do I have expectations? Why do I give them? Literally, I would still put $10 if it was a 3-0 series.
How much money did you guys have on this bet for Senators versus Maple Leafs?
I believe it was $5.
Ooh, yeah, I believe so.
Ooh. Doug was confident to start the series, and now it looks like it's
are you confident now, Douglas? Are you now confident?
I mean, they still have 2 more chances. Like, I think they'll get her done, but I don't think today. Dude, the people in Toronto, they just showed their faces. They all look so sad.
Oh, yeah, I'm
sorry, Toronto.
that one guy looks like he doesn't even want to be there. He's dead.
Poor, sad Canadians.
You know what I've done? I would have drove a Samboni and been like, this is America right now. And look, and guess what? Toronto, you still joke! Even your little brother you can't beat!
I wish you had the editing capabilities of, like, when we were talking about the Toronto fans, you would, like, post a picture of them in that snippet right there. That'd be hard to do because you'd have to go back in real time, go like when you're editing this video, go back to this game, find it. But man, the faces on the Maple Leafs fan were hilarious.
I think I might put that as the thumbnail. They might be just sad Leafs fans. Just for that game. I just feel like that is just for week 2. This is definitely. But I will say this, Christopher. They're up to they're. It's not 2-3. Are we gonna have for next week? Toronto gonna have a eulogy.
Man, fingers crossed.
Stu. Send me my money, bro.
No,
No way.
no. This is the Toronto
No.
way. It's death,
All right,
taxes, and
all
then-
right, Stu. Let's double or nothing right now.
all right, let's do it. I'll do it. I'll do $10.
All right, $10. I like it. Oh
Okay.
no.
So if the Senators win, Stewart gets $10, and if the Maple Leafs, Doug gets $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Stu, you should have been like, Stu, you get $10, and Doug gets like $6 because, I mean, honestly, this series is more than likely still in favor of the Maple Leafs. Because
Oh
I mean,
man, but
we-
Stu agreed to it when I think it was 3-0, right?
2-0. I still said I'm putting the money on. Check the tape. I literally check the recording. It's so funny. I should say check the tape, but check the tape. Like I said, we rewind it. We rewind it back. I literally said, I still don't trust these Leafs. I know they're 2-0. I'm still giving my money to the Senators.
honestly, we might have to check the tape so we can get a couple more views on that last video.
Yeah, it's just that second.
Check
Yeah.
the tape.
Check the tape of the 5 people. Hey, like I said, this is the best quality of sports that we'll ever talk about. Said no one ever, but that's okay. Just like Shador will still be waiting for views.
Shador, he'll be waiting for what?
Views. Just like Shador waiting for the draft, we'll be waiting for views.
Views. Oh, we'll be waiting for views like Shador's waiting to get picked.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, if we were talking about the
you know what I
NFL
love?
draft, maybe next week we can talk about the NFL draft or something of that nature. But man, that was so
Yeah,
interesting.
That was wild. I can't believe Cleveland ended up with him at pick 5. Oh no, the 5th round, bro.
The funniest thing,
Not
like, I
pick
wasn't even
5,
watching-
the 5th round.
that was Friday. Was the 5th round? I wasn't even watching
Yeah,
it
but-
Friday at that time. But when I saw the ESPN notification on my phone, I was like, "No way, we really picked Shore Sanders right after we picked Dylan Gabriel from Oregon." But we'll digress. Let's focus on NHL.
Yeah, we'll digress. We'll see if Shador. Like I said, my joke is I always say it doesn't matter how you get picked in the NFL. It's like I always say, did you make the 53-man roster or not? That's the only thing.
Yeah, and
that
you could be
matters.
an undrafted free agent, make the team, you'd be better than some guys that got drafted by the team. So yeah.
There's been undrafted players that made it to the Hall of Fame. So you
I
know
mean,
what I mean?
Joshua Cribbs, one of the greatest punt returners, kick returners of all time. Cleveland Brown, he was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So I've never.
we're really stemming away from the main.
Well,
Yeah,
did you guys know that Austin Reeves of the LA Lakers? I didn't know he was undrafted, I believe.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
And now he's starting with LeBron and Luca.
Now he's starting. He's like a potential all-star. So good stuff. Good for him.
Potential in that one, but anyway.
Potential's there.
But we got one down, and then next we got the Lightning versus a Panther, which apparently the Panther is still chugging along right there. As we realized that even though that Lightning game it went to 5-0, the Panthers came back. I actually thought the Lightning were going to win in Game 4. I am not going to lie because I thought it was like 2-1, Lightning in the lead, and then they scored 3 goals, and I was like, "What? They came back and won?"
Yeah, it looked like this had potential to be 2-2 for sure.
I thought it was.
I
Gonna
saw
be
the
2-2.
Lightning up early, and I'm like, oh, sweet, man. We got a series. And then, they got Kachuk going again, and the Panthers look legit.
Yeah, Matthew Kachuk is Kachucking all them goals. Be like, woo, woo, woo. I mean, and also, you're still favorite for Blue Jackets player, Sergei Bobrovsky. Your
Yeah,
favorite-
the Russian Wall or whatever his nickname is, man, he's amazing. But
he get that man a Hall of Fame. Can you believe it? He got a cup and a ring. Let's go.
I definitely had the Panthers. I think from the East, I had the Panthers and the Capitals going to the Eastern Conference final. Panthers are showing up pretty well right now in the Battle of Florida.
Yeah, I think we all picked Florida to win this one against the Lightning, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we did.
Did we do an entire bracket or we just do a first round?
We just did a first round for right now, and we picked who you think was going to make the finals. I actually picked the Capitals and Winnipeg Jets. So, we got a good fight going on. But anyway, back to right over here, gentlemen. Do you have any thoughts? Is the Lightning going to have a eulogy again, just like last year?
Game 5 is in Tampa Bay. To answer your question directly, yeah, we're going to see a Tampa Bay Lightning eulogy. They might force a game 6, but kind of like the Toronto series with the Senators, the Toronto, they're going to have 2 games to win 1 game. If the Panthers can't win, let's say the Lightning do win game 5 in Tampa Bay, that means the Panthers have 2 opportunities just to win 1 game to clinch the series. I think the Panthers will do it. Panthers haven't really been any choke artists like the Maple Leafs have, so yeah, we're gonna see a Tampa Bay Lightning a eulogy.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'm not gonna crap on the Tampa Bay Lightning because they won 2 back-to-back cups, so I can't be mad at them because it's like, I'm not gonna feel sorry that Tampa's getting like booted out early, but am I gonna like make fun of them and be like, LOL, Lightning choke? Like, no.
LOL.
Well, I do think one of the toughest things about the NHL playoff format is that you might not necessarily always have the 4 best teams advance, because I feel like just the way that they seed it, there's chances for you have the Dallas Colorado series. You can't tell me that those aren't both 2 of the best 4 teams in the West. But then they're playing in round 1. So it's a little bit tough. It's kind of intriguing because you get early matchups like this. But then it's also a bummer to have to potentially see Colorado exit in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's welcome to the NHL, baby. It's like the second year when it was the Golden Knights got eliminated first, and the Golden Knights fans were complaining about the refs and all that stuff. It's like, welcome to the NHL. It's not fair for everyone.
Yeah, welcome to the NBA too, man. Pistons get fouled, no calls.
Well, the Pistons lead.
Yeah, 75-72, but they had a 7 or 8 point lead to begin the third quarter, and now it's kind of sagging away. Like Doug mentioned
the Knicks
earlier.
definitely, man. They're composed, man. Brunson, they say he might be the best clutch player in the NBA right now, and I will say I can see it, man. He makes big plays in the fourth.
We'll see right over there. But anyway, gentlemen, do you have any final thoughts on the Lightning versus Panthers?
My thoughts are what I said. Panthers going to end this, and if I had to guess, if I had to put money on it, Panthers in 6. Same as Tampa Bay is going to force a game 6. They're going to win.
Yeah,
that's game 5 tonight, and then they play game 6. That'd probably be tomorrow's Wednesday, so game 5 would be on Friday, I do believe.
Yes. If you could if you could look at the screen, Mr. Fyodor, it says Fridays.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at another screen and also paying attention. I'm paying attention to several things. I'm watching the Pistons game. I'm watching the Maple Leafs game. So yeah, I got a lot going on here.
Oh, we got a lot going on.
Yes, dude. This quad box is clutch, man.
The quad box right here on the YouTube is very clutch. I'm not gonna lie. I'm watching the Pistons game also, but I digress right over there.
Oh, Stu, where'd you go? I was about to ask him what his thoughts were on this series.
No, man, Stu left us.
Yeah, right. The quad box. Doug,
what a host!
Lightning series.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty good series, though. I really do. It's just kind of a shame. I feel like the Lightning are pretty freaking good this year too. But Florida with Kachuk, they're pretty deadly.
There we go. There's Stu. He's doing something over here.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not here, but
I'm back, baby.
Yeah, Stu, you got kicked out of the podcast. Just put the screens up and edit.
Yeah. You're like
Stu. Doug's final thoughts were Panthers are looking pretty deadly. He believes they're gonna take the series. Stu, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I was thinking about the possibility of a Panthers back-to-back yesterday. It's like, dude, the way they're playing, they might be able to do it. They might be the best team in the East when they're playing like this.
Still think Washington, but we'll digress tonight over there. So, and anyway,
that'd be a heck of a series, that's for sure.
And now we got another one. We got the Capitals versus the Canadiens. Kind of a boring series. Let's be honest. Capitals are going to win this one.
I don't know, Stu. I don't believe in the Capitals whatsoever.
What?
I just know.
What?
Nah, just kidding. I don't believe in the Canadiens at all.
Like, oh my god! I was about to be like, all right, guys.
Do you know what the only shame of this first round is, Stu? Do you know what the shame is? That the Toronto and Ottawa have to play each other. Yeah. We couldn't have all the Canadian teams eliminated this early.
You know what I would do?
What a shame.
If you would have said that, I would be like, this is me. Bye.
Oh,
Did you
right
just
on
leave it?
cue.
Yeah.
Right on cue. Bye, Stu.
Did you do that on purpose?
I did that on purpose.
Was that
Sorry.
intentional? That was pretty good.
Yes, that was very intentional. Sorry. I had to do it. Come on. But anyway, gentlemen, Fyodor, do you feel like Toronto? I think they're going to win next game. I think
You think the
Capitals
Canadiens are going to win next game or the Capitals?
No, I think Capitals win Game 5, and then that's it.
Oh yeah, I was about to say Capitals in 5. This is a home game for Washington. I don't think Ovechkin scored in 2 games. I think he scored in the first 2 games of the series, but hasn't scored in the last 2. I think Ovi gets a goal here in Game 5 tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's go over.
And then the NHL, they reseed after the first round, correct, gentlemen?
No, they do not. There's no reseed.
Yeah, we had this talk last time. It's the NFL's the only one that does it.
Gotcha.
My goodness, it's a casual amnesia podcast for Chris Fyodor.
I believe last Tuesday I had a couple drinks in my system as well. So,
oh my god, I feel like I'm just hitting on the roll of just like troll. I'm hitting my 11 troll level, and I didn't even have any caffeine. I just had water right there. Let's go.
Water's the way to go. Heck yeah.
Let's go. Water's the way to go. I'm just like excited. It's just like, bam. I had to do some coding project. So I was just like, after this, like, gotta get my podcast juices.
Well, boys, bad news for me. Ottawa just went up 3-0.
You're gonna lose, Douglas. Toronto,
Well, I mean, I still feel good about the bet. I'm just bummed that my payment's delayed.
Yeah.
No. I will. If this happens,
I might turn this Toronto game off. See what else is on.
I think this goalie just blocked it behind his back with a stick.
That's what happened with the the Minnesota Wild Vegas game, right? When the Minnesota goalie got the goal and he like blocked it and then it went like above his head and then it scored. It was like it was your name tree had a great tweet and he basically said it was like a 2008 like NHL like Madden game where it just like a glitch and you just scored the goal. It's like, what? How did the goal happen?
It makes sense that the Senators just scored. I totally didn't realize that Toronto pulled their goalie. So yeah, it's a time in the game. You got to pull your goalie being down.
I just got to say this. Oh, Toronto! I knew it. You choke. You always choke. You're the choking Rano. I'm sorry.
Sure, yeah, you got to watch that, sir, because I mean, Toronto's still up 3-2 in the series, and I'm right there with Doug. I mean, there's 2 more opportunities for Toronto. If next podcast those Senators do win, you can say that all you want. You can go on for 5 minutes.
If the Senators do win, I will loll so hard. I will go in this podcast and being like, forget the 2020 year when you lost the Blue Jackets. Forget the year when you literally played against the Montreal Canadiens and literally had beaten them 67% of the time in the regular season.
Still, are we able to
still choke? You had a 3-1 series. And you still choked it. You choked.
Could we do a poll, Stu? Would we be able to do a poll in like the comment section on who's a bigger troll? Is it Stewart towards the Maple Leafs or is it Stephen A. Smith towards the Cowboys? Because that felt like a Stephen A. Smith level rant about the Cowboys right there. And I enjoyed it, Stu. I enjoyed your rant. We should do a poll though, I think.
I mean, I'm not trolling. It's trolling when it's not fact, when it's facts. And the fact is
exactly. Oh, so Stephen A. isn't a troll. That's fair. That's fair.
No,
okay, that means the Cowboys just suck.
Stephen A's just spitting the truth, Stu, that you don't want to hear. And like the Maple Leafs shouldn't listen to our show because you're just spitting the facts, Stu.
Are you gonna tell me that Leafs players are gonna like do it like what LeBron did with Stephen A. and just like start cursing me out?
Is that what LeBron did? I didn't.
Yes,
it was after one of the games.
Yeah, it was after one of the games, like him and like he went and
talking about his son now.
Next time me and you show up to the LCA for the Maple Leafs wings, Austin Matthews is gonna come beat you up.
Joke artist. No, I mean I'm not. I wouldn't say that to Austin Matthews. I would still say it. Man, I would say that to the ownership. Be like, man, you guys made so much great in comedy. It's recession proof. The Toronto Maple Leafs are just recession proof right now on a comedy gold right now. The factory is set. Move over, Cleveland. In NHL, it's in Toronto. It is right there in the great white north of Toronto.
The white north. All right. All right.
But hey, if Montreal does lose this series, I will say, let's go back. I'm not going to be upset. They made it that far. You know what? After 3 years of being a locale, they actually kind of went back. So I'm not going to be upset if they get eliminated. I'm not going to.
I always think, because you know how it came down to the final game of the season or the second last game of the season between the Blue Jackets and the Canadiens. If the Blue Jackets were playing the Capitals would have been a different series. And I always say I wish I could say yes, but I think it would have been the same outcome right now.
Yeah, we probably would have lost 5-1 or 4-0.
I mean, just because I like the Blue Jackets, I can't be biased. Like, oh yeah, it would have been a different series. Blue Jackets would have won.
We would have won the Stanley Cup.
Well, if the Cowboys were playing in the playoffs, you'd be like, oh, Cowboys would have won to the Super Bowl. So, sir, you can't be. You got to be unbiased. And like I said, I think the Blue Jackets would have been in the same predicament as Canadians.
I'm just saying, this is a casual sports.
Oh, right here, guys. They have the futility stats. 1-12 in series clinching games since 2018. 5 straight series clinching games at home in best of 7. Last time shutout at home with chance to clinch was in the 1950 semifinals. So they're about to do something they haven't done since the 50s, Stu. That's even longer than their last Stanley Cup.
Oh, my God. The Leafs?
This is the Capitals, you're saying?
No, this is the Maple Leafs, sorry.
The Maple Leafs. Gotcha.
My mind was still on the Maple Leafs futility.
My money is on my mind, and my mind's on my Leafs. I mean, like I said, I know that's your rival, Douglas, but do you kind of laugh at that?
It's hard to laugh, Stu, and we haven't even made the playoffs since 2018. It's they've lost 12 series clinching games. We haven't even been there to experience that.
9 years.
If I could switch roles, Stu, I would switch roles. If I could at least be in the playoffs and have heartbreak and feel something, but I can't make it to the playoffs to feel that pain, Stu.
It's the pain that Red Wings fans have been waiting for years for.
It feels good to have the pain that the Lions were so close. It's better than the pain of wow, we still suck and we're on the bottom of the NFL.
That's like Packers fans that one year when it was 2015. It's like, man, that was pain that only Browns fans have only dreamed of. Donna, anyway.
I mean, the Browns have been 0-16. We were 1-15. In 2 years, we were 1-31. So if there's any pain that you could ever think of, the Browns fans have been there.
Yeah, that is you're like that protest. You're like that protest sign that says, "Man, I thought this is low, but oh my God, I never thought it hit this low."
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but anyway, next we got to talk about the Hurricanes versus the Devils, and it's now 4-4. We got 14. This one's actually been a clutch series right now. We got 4-4. Is this game going to go to overtime? Yes or no? I know it's 14 as of this recording.
It's Carolina's on the power play.
But you know who also was on the power play in Toronto? And guess what they did?
Well, I mean, okay, we can't really compare other teams to Toronto because we know Toronto's a choke artist team. Carolina, they're one of the best teams in the East.
Yeah.
About 47-30. I wish I could pull up their power play stats, but I'm not going to do that.
I weirdly feel like this game could go to Game 7. Am I wrong? I know they're up 3-. I know against the Devils.
It's really going to go to Game 6. So whoever wins this game, I think. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Stu. I think this game is going to go to Game 7.
Yeah, it's like I weirdly feel like it just feels like a Game 7 type series. You know what I mean? You just have that in your gut.
I will say something. If the Devils pull out a win here in Carolina, Game 6 is in New Jersey. Devils in 6.
Yes.
Oh.
But I
the only way it's going to go to Game 7 is if Carolina wins tonight.
But I will say, why does everyone have to dump on New Jersey?
What'd you say about New Jersey?
Why does everyone got to dump on New Jersey in life?
I mean, well, if we're talking about the city or the state. Yeah, because I was thinking of Atlantic City or Jersey, the Jersey Shore. But I mean, I've never really dumped on the New Jersey Devils. Growing up, when I played NHL '99, I always played with the New Jersey Devils. Was it Martin Brodeur, amazing goaltender?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think people really dump on the city of the state of New Jersey.
Well, if you're New Yorkers, you do dump on New Jersey. I will say that.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing we're not New Yorkers.
Yeah. We're all good Midwestern kids that just
Yeah,
never
here we
dump
just
on
make
any.
fun of Ohio or Michigan. That's about it.
Yeah. And the 5 people that watch this podcast are just like, oh my goodness. But yeah,
Do we all agree to hate on Indiana for no particular reason, or not really? Is that not cool?
they're kind of like the redheaded. They're like the little brother of the.
Over the course of the next 2 weeks, we could hate on Indiana. And
Yeah,
that's
we
because-
can hate it.
No,
We can
sweet.
hate it.
That's because the
We
Cats
can-
are going to be
we-
playing the Pacers.
Yeah. We can hate on that,
Dude, this is some baloney.
but
Yeah, I'm not liking what I'm seeing for this New York game. This New York
Yeah.
Pistons game.
Yeah, there's been some rough calls, man. Like, there we go. Like, that should have been an and one. But like they teed us up, it looked like, for no particular reason, and I don't know. Gotten the
But-
short end of some calls in this series.
But anyway, Douglas, do you have any thoughts of this Devils versus Hurricanes game?
I mean, I really feel like Carolina's about to close this out for some reason. Like, I just feel like I don't feel like Jersey, as good as they might be, have it in them this year.
I mean, if they do lose in the first round, you know what? Good for you, New Jersey. I don't feel like it's like, man, am I doing soft? Where I'm just like trolling on Toronto, but everyone else, I'm like, hey, you made it this far. Here's your participation trophy. You made it past the first round. Let's go, New Jersey. Like, I'm not gonna like crap on you guys.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a scale there where had a lot more hatred for Toronto, but
No, I don't hate on Toronto. I just laugh at their mediocrity. It's getting frustrating, man. I don't want. Can I be wrong? I don't believe in these people. I don't. 20 years, one playoff series win.
oh man,
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
valid reason to not or to say what you're saying. See, I agree with you, Stu.
Yeah. Yes. At least New Jersey has won a playoff series.
oh man.
There we go. There's a foul on the Knicks.
Did you just see those stats for the fourth quarter? Like
No.
the Pistons are plus 7.5 points through the first 3 quarters and minus like 5.5 for the last quarter, and that's been the difference in the series.
Some great second.
Anthony
half
Town just got plowed in the face. They're probably going to reverse this call and make it on the Pistons. Almost guarantee it.
But anyway, do you have any final thoughts on the Hurricanes Devils series?
No, I think we've hit him.
I actually watched that one penalty just went on against, I believe, the Hurricanes because there's a power play that's going on. And
Wait, there's no power play right now for that Devils Canes game.
What? They didn't call that hit?
Well, the Canes were on the power play, but the Devils had a good power play kill. Looks like.
All right, but that's okay. But anyway, we thought that this series right here was going to be a club. We thought. Remember when I said last week we were like, man, the Jets are going to sweep the Blues. Doesn't look like the Blues are going to do it.
Heck yeah, man. Not even good games either. 2 blowouts. Good for them.
2 decisive games, to be honest with you. When you score more than 3 goals, that's a decisive game, in my opinion. 2 decisive. Is the Jets going to lose the series?
I think the Jets will because the Conn Smythe Trophy is that the best overall team?
Oh, the President's Trophy.
President's Trophy, gotcha. So yeah, Jets won the President's Trophy,
and nobody has won the President's Trophy since 2013. It's been since the Blackhawks
to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. So it's like a curse, man.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think the Jets are gonna lose in the first round. But like Doug said, the last 2 games have been complete blowouts. St. Louis Blues have taken care of the Jets. Game 3, Blues won 7-2. Game 4, Blues won 5-1. But also that was in St. Louis. Now we go back tomorrow to Canada, to Winnipeg. So I think the Jets are going to take care of business here in Game 5.
All right.
I also think they're going to win the series in 6.
All right. So you're thinking in about 30 minutes. The Jets are about to win this game against the Blues. And the
In
Blues.
30 minutes. They're not even playing right now.
Oh, actually. Oh, wait, that's on Wednesday.
Yeah, come on, dude. You should be looking at the screen like I fall.
Yeah.
30 minutes. I'm gonna predict that the series will be 2-2.
Good predict. Good thoughts. Good thoughts.
Oh my god. Is this all my smack talk? Is this trolling on on Theodore? Is this what I get when I make this mistake?
Yeah.
This is it. Yep. Oh man, the Devils on the power play too. This is crazy.
Devils! I told you they were in the power play.
It just started.
I said there was a power play.
You
probably did.
Yes,
I don't know how to control the puck though.
Yes. We can look at the tape. I said there's the Devils are in the power play. It looks like the Devils might be in the power play. And Chris was like, no.
Oh man, we were close to another shorthanded goal though. That was pretty exciting.
I know. We were hoping. I was hoping for that. But anyway.
Dude, this Pistons Knicks game has gotten so physical. Every time I look, there's people all over the floor.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
But anyway, gentlemen,
Al Bridges down there, and then some dude from the Pistons.
Do you have any final? I'm sorry. Do you have any final thoughts on this Blues Jets game?
Oddly, one of the better series, man. Like it's been kind of a big momentum swings, and I wouldn't mind seeing St. Louis do it either. I mean, I think
this one's going to go to Game 7. It feels like a Game 7 type series.
Wow, nice, good take.
Yeah, it's so funny. We went from like, yeah, hey Chris, do you have the broomstick ready? And then now to like, yeah, I think this can go to Game 7.
I'm still confident with 6. Jets in 6.
I think Jets 7.
I respect your opinions too.
Yes, like I said.
Oh man, are we going to the Dallas Avalanche one next?
Yes, we are.
Is this the one that we have the bet on? So if Dallas wins the next game, does Chris win money? Did you have Dallas in 6, Chris?
I had Dallas.
I don't think.
Did you have 7, Stu? I think you had 7. I think Chris had 6.
So did we both pick Dallas?
Yes, I did.
Did you pick Dallas? I picked Colorado in 7, I believe.
Yes, and I think Chris picked Colorado also.
Yeah, there's no way I picked Dallas. Because in one of my brackets,
oh, that's right.
I have Colorado winning the entire thing.
So did you have the Avs in 6 then?
What was the question?
So you had the Avalanche in 6 then?
Did I? Then that's not going to win. Dang it.
Did you? I feel like that would have had to make sense. Then Stu had the Stars in 7.
Yeah, look at
then
that.
Doug, you had the Avalanche in
Give
7.
me my money. I just got to say this. Give me my money.
So was it a $5 bet all around, or what was the wager here?
So if the Stars win this next game, that's all null and void, and nobody wins anything.
No.
If it goes to Game 7, then it's me or Stu win.
But
gotcha.
I feel
Right now I lose.
I'm sorry. I feel like I should get some more.
No, sir, because we had a specific bet. You said Stars in 6.
I'll say if Dallas wins in 7, Stu, the money you get $10. 5 from me, 5 from Chris.
So you want the Avalanche in 6.
I want my $5
Well, then I want. Wait, no, I wanted Dallas in 6. I lied.
Wait, did you have?
I switched my entire bet now, Stu, so I can win.
We switched the bet right now. It's like, all right, I want Game 5 for Dallas to win. All right, I won the bet.
Between now and the end of the series, I should rewatch last week's podcast to see what the bet was for this series.
I think I picked Dallas. You guys were all like, no.
Well, I'm very confident Doug is right because I definitely picked Colorado in 6.
I think Colorado's a better team. No, but then I was like, about them Stars though. Them Stars are looking high and mighty. And guess who's been right?
They are looking good, Stu. I mean, if they win the series, they might be the
overtime wins.
Let's see, yeah. 2 overtime wins, a couple of blowouts too.
Yes.
We haven't had a good game here in a minute.
I know. And this
is why the Avalanche are going to come win game 6 here. Friday night.
Friday night.
No, that'd be Thursday. It says right there in front of my face.
Yeah. I can't believe it, Fyodor. You're paying attention to the sport. sports.
I'm paying attention to this Detroit game. It's getting so close.
Dude, they call some crap on Detroit. There's no way.
You didn't know that I'm doing that? I'm like, refs, can you make Douglas?
Like Jalen Brunson still sliding, and they call it on us every time. How does Brunson get every call?
You know, I paid the refs to be like, hey, can you make Doug so
That's
upset?
wild.
Make Doug, my friend Doug, so upset, refs, just to like tell him that, just make him so upset and just like have every call against the Pistons because.
Well, Brunson definitely gets superstar treatment compared to Kate Cunningham. It's like if he would have been shooting that last three at the end of the game the other night, 100% they're calling that foul against him every time.
That was a foul.
But because it's not him and it's not the New York Knicks, they just say like, we should have called a foul after the game. Like, what a joke.
But I will say, do you have any thoughts on this Stars versus Avalanche?
I like what Doug said that, if the Stars win this game, well, I personally think that the winner of this game or this series is going to go to the Western Conference Finals.
Oh,
but I mean, because we'll say if the Jets win, it'll be the Jets versus either the Stars or the Avalanche. So then,
but
I'm heavily favored towards the Avalanche. So then the Avalanche would beat the Jets. I'm not saying they're going to go to the Stanley Cup. I'm just saying the winner of this series between the Stars and the Avalanche will go to the Western Conference Final.
All right, we'll see how it goes. Like we'll see. But man, oh my goodness, it's 4-4 right now. We'll see how this game goes. But I don't know. I feel like the Stars are going to get it. I feel like the Avalanche kind of stinks because they did win a cup, so good for you. I'm not going to crap on the Avalanche. I'm not going to low on the Avalanche. Just saying.
The Dallas Stars, they won a Stanley Cup in 1999.
Yes, it's been almost 25 years. No cups.
Yeah, but we're not here to talk about the past. We're talking about the present here.
Yes, we got to talk about the present. If we're talking about
Avalanche in 7, my $5 is going to Doug. Let's go, Avs.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, boo everybody! Stars are going to win in Game 7, and then I'll be like, in your face, you all thought you denied me. You told me.
Dude, I just can't trust any team that is from the city of Dallas.
No.
They trade away Luka. The Cowboys still suck.
No.
It's just hard to believe that a team in Dallas could actually be successful.
We are cooking. Look at that draft board.
Wow. The Knicks finally missed a shot and there was no foul on it, and there we go.
Well, yeah, it's been a good game, man. They're definitely Brunson's gotten some calls here lately.
Also, New Jersey got
like, how is that not a foul? That's unreal.
I'm watching the power play.
The Devils are on the power play. Stu's correct. Power play with 6 minutes to go. Are they going to pull it out here?
Let's go. Oh, wait. Anyway, gentlemen, do you have any final thoughts on this Stars versus Avalanche game?
Nah, I think we already gave our thoughts on that. We already have our thoughts. We all know what we want to happen. Even though my
Avs in 7
not going to come to fruition.
You think it's going to be the Stars?
Oh, Cade Cunningham. Wow.
But now we got.
I feel good that I'm going to get some money, Stu.
We ain't getting none of my money because the Leafs are going to choke. But anyway, we got to talk about the next one, which is the Wild versus the Vegas Golden Knights. 2-2 series. Thought it was going to be 2-2, and now it's back to 2-2. We thought it was going to be
Game 5 is underway, and it's a banger so far, Stu.
It's a banger. What's anything happening in Game 5?
No goals, but just super fast paced and fun.
I love it. This is why I love the Stanley Cup. This is honestly, I always say it. NFL playoffs is like my number one, but my second place of my favorite playoff series is always NHL, and especially when you have overtime. It's just like, man, because the best thing about overtime, and I always talk to my friends about it, it could be done in 30 seconds. It could be done in 3 hours.
So hot take. It's my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, but hockey's my favorite sport to watch. I would gladly take watching the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs over the NFL playoffs any day, any year, anytime, 100%.
But anyway.
Because hockey is a more action-packed sport. The puck's always moving. People are always moving around on the ice. It's always action-packed, whereas football, you have one play every 20 seconds, every 30 seconds. And it kind of drags out, especially if there's a blowout. But anyways.
I will always say, and also I would say, hockey is so much better watching live than in TV.
Oh, I don't mind. There's one sport I'd rather watch. Well, probably a couple other sports, but number one sport I'd rather watch in person at a game than on TV, and that's baseball. Hockey I could watch
Oh,
on TV all day long.
I don't
It's
know.
more entertaining in person, but it's
I,
the same for me.
I don't know about that. I think NHL is so.
Well, NHL's a lot more fun, but it's definitely as fun, or it's definitely fun to watch on TV as well.
I think it's so much better to watch it live.
You're not going to have me sit down and watch a baseball game on TV for 2.5 hours.
Oh,
I'd much rather watch a game of hockey for
you
sure.
didn't know I'm gonna be like the Saw movies, like Christopher.
See, I feel like I'm weird because I can appreciate each one for like. I don't know that I have a preference at this point. Like they're all fun for like what they are.
Yes, but anyway, this series has been great. They went to overtime, the Vegas, and won that one. Good for you. I'm trying to think. Fleury, he plays for the Wild, right?
Yeah, is he even playing in the playoffs? Because the final game of the season, he didn't play until I think either overtime or the third period. So I don't think he's their starter.
Is he? I'm trying to think because I know he played for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, because their goaltender is Gustafsson for the Wild. Of course, he'd be the starter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the most back and forth series that I've seen. Obviously, Golden Knights won game 1, then Wild game 2, Knights game 3, and then the Wild in game 4. So based on that trend, the Knights live game right here. It's home game for the Knights. It's in Las Vegas. They should win game 5 and take the 3-2 lead. And that's my prediction. That's my thoughts on it. I'm saying Knights and I'm going to say actually Knights and 7. If I had to take a guess at this.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Marc-Andre Fleury is a part of the team, actually.
Yeah, he's a part of the team, but he's not a crucial
the
starter. No way.
Which is
like I said, because the last game of the season, he played either in overtime or the last 5 minutes of the game, and they gave him a standing ovation, so he can play. He's definitely not a starter.
Yeah, I think we might be the tail end of Marc-Andre Fleury's career.
Oh yeah. After the season, he's retiring. Yeah, he's already announced that.
Yeah, but you know what? Good career, man. I think people thought when he went to Vegas, his career was done, and they revived his career.
So he was with the was that the Pittsburgh Penguins? Yeah.
Yeah, he was with the Penguins. Yeah, and the Penguins booted him out.
Well, they didn't really boot him out, right? It was the expansion draft, right?
Yeah, it was the expansion draft.
So it's not really booting him out.
Okay, they took him out because they thought that they wanted a young goalie, but Fleury showed he can still goalie.
Yeah, goalie's goal.
Goalie's gonna goal. So let's see, but yeah, I think the Vegas is still gonna win this one.
I said Vegas in 7. What do you guys think? Vegas?
I think Vegas in 7. I think Vegas is 7.
Ooh, all right. Stu, Doug, any thoughts for you?
No, that sounds about right. I mean, I still think they're the better team, but man, oh man, if Minnesota could steal this one, it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since Minnesota has won a series. 13 years and not won a playoff series.
Yeah, I've kind of had enough of Vegas. It'd be kind of cool to see Minnesota represent the cold in the north.
Yeah, that Midwest, like we were talking about earlier.
Exactly.
They're gonna find there, but I think honestly, the Toronto Maple Leafs are like my number 1 unchoked number 1. I think Minnesota Wild is like my choke number 2.
Did we mention Minnesota as a city with 2 teams? Because they also have the Timberwolves. Did we mention them? Minneapolis.
Oh, like how we talked about how there's cities with both basketball playoff team and an NHL playoff team.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I don't feel like we mentioned Minnesota, but they obviously have the T-Wolves and the Wild going. So shout out Minneapolis, man. Yeah, good sports town. Football team was solid. Their baseball team's been solid. They got all 4 going strong.
It's all 4, but I mean, we will see. Will Minnesota finally win a playoff series, or is Vegas going to night out a Wild?
It's a golden opportunity for the Minnesota Wild.
It's a golden opportunity. It's a golden opportunity. Come on. What would Fleury do? Fleury, oh my God, one of his teams is going to make it past.
Hopefully there's lots of Wilds in Vegas this weekend.
Yeah. I will still say Vegas, the Golden Knights have done a terrific job for the city. of Las Vegas. And the locals do love the Golden Knights.
Plus the Golden Knights, I'm very confident about this. What I'm about to say is I think they were the first professional sports team in the city of Los Angeles. And then
Vegas.
What?
Vegas. You said Los Angeles.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, in Las Vegas. Unless there was like a minor league team at one point or another professional
There was
team.
like the Vegas Aces in the WNBA, but
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. But yeah, like after the Knights came, then you have the Las Vegas Raiders, and now you have the Logan Athletics are going to be moving to Las Vegas here in the
But I
next few
feel
years.
like those teams, I just feel like it's just out of towners that want to watch those games. I don't feel like they got the locals. Versus, I feel like the Golden Knights, the locals love Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want where it's just the out of towners that are just rooting for the other team. You know what I mean?
Will Vegas get an NBA team ever?
Nah.
I
I feel
know
like they
that
have to, right?
I read
Okay.
somewhere a couple weeks ago that Adam Silver, NBA commissioner, wants to expand. Gosh, I think by 2028 or 2029, to two more teams. I'm not sure if Las Vegas was on the map or on the radar, but that'd be awesome.
Oh,
Because obviously they could
that would
play.
be awesome.
It was at
Bring back the
T-Mobile Arena.
Supersonics, right? Was it the Seattle Supersonics? Bring them back.
I mean, there's an
Yeah,
arena,
the-
T-Mobile Arena, where the Golden Knights play. There's an arena right there where the Las Vegas, I don't know, Blackjacks could play. I don't know if that'd be a good team name for them, but
Man, oh man, I was talking about the fast pace of this Minnesota Vegas game, and it's already 1-1.
wow.
Vegas scored, then Minnesota just hit them with a power play goal to tie it. Only 9 minutes in, 2 goals.
Yes, and now that's
Yeah,
pretty
once we're done this podcast, I'm turning that one on. Then I'm going to turn on this next game and this next series we're going to talk about.
Yes, the Oilers versus the Kings, which, man.
Oh, is that on tonight?
That
Yeah,
is
10
on
p.m.
tonight,
Eastern
10
Standard
p.m.
Time.
tonight.
I'm
Oh,
stoked
let's
for
go, baby.
it. Yes, I'm so stoked for this.
I'm just going to say this. I know also team number 3 of another team that has not won the series in a long time. 11 years since the King has won a series.
See, at least they got Stanley Cups, you know? Like, when they didn't make it far, they were winning the whole thing. So that's the way to do it.
Yeah, at least they did win a cup. Yeah, I think they won a cup 20 years ago, right? Was it like
I think they won 2 Stanley Cups.
Yeah,
was it
they
11?
won in 2012,
11?
and then they won in 2014. So they won 2 out of 3 years. Has Edmonton ever won?
The Oilers?
Oh yeah, they won in 1990. All right.
Yeah,
Oh, they
yeah,
also won-
the year after
wow.
Gretzky left. Yeah.
Then 1987, 1988. So they were back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
But that's like a forever ago, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just like the Cowboys championships and raising the bar. That was eons ago. So yeah, the Oilers need to rebrand themselves. You know, that's why I did take I like the Oilers and the Avalanche in the Western Conference Finals.
This is our year, Christopher. We're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Plus, I know, Stuart, you're trying to talk about this is your year for the Dallas Cowboys. I did mention in one of the podcasts a couple weeks ago. It would be amazing if Connor McDavid could win the Four Nation Cup as well as the Stanley Cup in the same season. That'd be amazing.
Douglas, you'd be so happy if the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, right?
Oh, Stu, I can't get into all that. It's emotionally draining.
All right.
Oh my god. I still remember when one of my friends like trolled me on the Cowboys. I was like, you know what? This is our year. We're gonna win the Super Bowl. Raymond Dakota Prescott. But anyway, we're talking about can Matthew Tkachuk.
The New Jersey Devils goalie just made one of the best series of saves I've seen in a minute.
I don't want to see it. Like,
Wow. I thought for sure. Did anybody else see that?
yeah.
It's like
Like,
going to overtime.
Wow.
That intense right pad, and then this backhand, another kick. I thought for
Literally,
sure.
It got one
Yeah,
of
and
them
then
on the skate, right? He blocked it in the skate.
Yeah, like literally right leg, boom, rebound, right leg again, boom, catches it in the glove from his stomach. What a
Yeah.
series of
The
saves there.
skate to the glove. That is an amazing save.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But anyway, do you think the the Kings are going to win the series? I feel like the Kings are going to still win this one.
I think tonight's game in Los Angeles is going to be a huge deciding factor. The winner of Game 5, hot take, winner of Game 5 tonight, 10 p.m. is going to win this series.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I think that, I think you might be right. But I mean, I would love Connor McDavid to get a cup, but it's like, I hate to say it, you should have won it last year.
I mentioned this at the very beginning of our podcast. It's amazing. Like I thought it was done for Edmonton. They started the series. Kings were up 2-0 to begin the series. Oilers have come back, won the last two, tied the series 2-2. So this is gonna be a great game 5 here in a few moments.
Yeah, I mean, I always say it. Like, I know this is a hockey podcast, but we can talk about the NFL. I think a lot of people always think like you're like the Chiefs every year, and you're like still look good, and you're still going to make the Super Bowl every year. It's like that's an anomaly. A lot of teams, it's more like this is your only year, and if you don't do it, you're never coming back.
Are you talking about the Edmonton Oilers possibly?
Yes. I'm talking the same way. It's the same thing I think about the 49ers. I think of Edmonton. Like, you should have won it last year. Like, and now everything is going to be bad. And now you're going to blow it up.
I think I mentioned one of the podcasts. I could see Connor McDavid never leaving the Edmonton Oilers. Well, he's from Canada, and now he's playing for a Canadian team in the NHL. I can't see him ever leaving Edmonton.
Oh, gentlemen, we got some interesting news. We are going to overtime
for the Devils and Hurricanes.
Yes, let's go.
Also, some exciting news. I don't want to jinx. I'm knocking on wood right now. Pistons are up by 6 with a minute to go. Minute and 12 to go.
Oh, man, you're like 30 seconds ahead of me. Don't tell me.
Oh, spoiler alert. The Pistons choked that away.
Well, they're up 6 right now, but they're still a minute and 40. Dude, I think if we win this one, I mean, I don't think we'll necessarily win the series, but like, man, oh man, coming back to Detroit for game 6 would be fun.
Let the LCA be rocking.
Yes, but anyway, do you have any final thoughts on this Kings versus Oilers game?
That should be a good one, man.
Like I said earlier, the winner of this series will go to the Western Conference Finals. That's what I'm taking.
Wow.
I like what Doug mentioned earlier. Like maybe it's time for the Golden Knights to be end their reign, and they've been good ever since the expansion. So I think it's gonna be either Edmonton or the Kings beating the Knights, assume they win that series, and then advance to the Western Conference Finals.
We'll see. I mean, I will say it. For one of these teams, there will be a knight, or they maybe just become a peasant, and one will either hit black gold, or they ran out of oil.
You mentioned knight. It would have been better if you would have said king. They're going to reign for supremacy as the king, or the other team's going to hit black gold. I know what you're saying, those two.
Yeah, come on. I'm trying to get these analogies right here. We'll see.
Oh, baby, what a pass by Cade Cunningham, gents.
But anyway,
holy crap.
And
that was pretty.
And I will say this. We should probably get into NBA watch. So, gentlemen, what is your thoughts? I mean, like I said, as a Cavaliers fan, Christopher, how's it feel that you swept against the Heat? Your arch nemesis.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I'm scared of the Pacers. Might be more scared of the Pacers than I am the Boston Celtics. But I can see the Cavs winning that one in 6 instead of 4 like they did the Miami Heat. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident.
I mean, dude, if today's game was any indication, man, Halliburton's the real deal. Like, I think the Pacers ended on a 9-0 run. I was like, for sure, I thought that Milwaukee had forced a game, 6 back at home, and like maybe they'll do it. And then Halliburton, bro, one of the most clutch endings I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, plus Gary Trent Jr., he had an amazing overtime period, but then he got he forced, or he had 2 key turnovers, which gave the ball to the Pacers in the last 40 seconds to get that 7-point deficit down to a 1-point loss.
Now, I guess I will say, gentlemen, do you still want to do a eulogy on the Miami Heat? Not that surprised they got eliminated. Got swept out.
We can keep that eulogy for next week. I was really hoping to dive into this Oilers-Kings game that's going to start here in a minute or two.
All right. And then I guess, Douglas, do you have any thoughts on your Pistons?
Oh man, I'm having a hard time taking a good breath right now, Stu. We're up by 6, but this is usually where Karl Anthony Towns hits some crazy shot. So I just kind of feel like the Knicks, man, they won't go away on us. So like there's 27 seconds left, and like Jalen Brunson's about to do something wild to really get my heart rate spiking here.
Yeah, I'll let you get your heart rate spike in a little bit. I'm not going to say what's going on, but yeah.
Yeah, good deal. I'm glad that we can kind of have this experience where you're probably going to watch me suffer in real time.
Yes, let's see it.
Yeah, see, exactly, dude. Took off 2 seconds off the clock and hit the fadeaway 3.
Yeah,
That's insane.
And then they lose, and then it's like, man, it's just like everything else.
Did they call a foul on? Oh, wait, what did they call? I don't have the sound on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on either, but yeah, they did something. But yeah, the Knicks hit a 3, Mikal Bridges. But all right, gentlemen, I think it's been a great time talking to you all.
Any final thoughts before we end this podcast?
Go Oilers! Pulled out Game 5. That's going to start soon. I want them to win. I want them to make it to the Western Conference Finals. Well, they got to go to the semis first. But yeah, go Oilers!
Okay. And
then fadeaway 3-0. That's what happens.
Yeah. Oh, Vegas just scored.
I'm watching this Vegas game, and it's like bang, 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 bang. It's like super fast.
Yeah, Vegas scored again, man. What a game.
Douglas, are we gonna have to do a eulogy on the Pistons?
I don't know. Still got 25 seconds left to see. I mean, I just watched Giannis have his heart broken, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the Pistons suffer a similar fate, dude. The refs are not calling anything. There's just people flying around. I mean, it's on both sides, so it's been kind of fun. Like, I just hope that they don't make some tic-tacky BS here at the end, because that's what's about to happen. All of a sudden, they'll give Brunson some call when he doesn't get touched with no time left to get free throws, just to really twist the knife.
Just to really oh! But anyway, gentlemen, I guess, like I said, next week we're going to have 8 eulogies this week and 8 winners. And then we're going to talk about next week's. And we might have to have some Pistons eulogies.
Let's hope not.
Can we also have some Lakers eulogies just so I can just laugh at the Lakers? I know they're winning, but still.
I hope the Lakers make it to Game 6 at least.
Yeah.
I'm not a true LeBron hater, but I want them to at least win one more.
But
I don't see him escaping the series.
I will say, that fan base never had to suffer anything. You're a Cleveland fan. You had to suffer a lot.
No way.
That's right. And that's why I'm enjoying the experience right now with the Cavs being the number 1 seed in the East.
And I will say this: you want Bronny James and LeBron to the
no, dude, absolutely not. That's how they're not coming to Cleveland anytime soon or at all.
You're like banned. You will say we will ban Bronny and LeBron to stay. They will not be allowed to wear that.
No, I mean our upper management, the guys that were wearing the suits behind the desk, they know that LeBron is not what he used to be, and they clearly see what Bronny is. And I assume no team wants that duo. Oh, okay, guys. I need to get off this podcast. I need to watch the rest of this next game.
Alrighty, we'll see how it goes.
Yep. All right, later, gentlemen.
8 eulogies, and then we'll talk about the next week's thing. So we got week 3. So as always, gentlemen, I will catch you later, Mr. Gator. So as always, take care. Bye-bye.